After talking with my principal about Kesa and some of the things that go along with it at our school, just a brief overview about how it's kind of being implemented, even though we are in Colorado, so we don't really follow these standards necessarily. Looking at it, I would definitely say our school is closer to a beginning institute rather than a model institute. So just quick overview on relationships. This is probably the part where our school is the best at. All lines of communication are really good. So from our principal to our staff working together and collaborating, whether it's grade level teams, horizontal teams, and then even the staff to parent communication, principal to parent communication is very good. They're updated when things are happening at our school and when they need to know things. For relevance, definitely one of our weaker areas. Looking at the Kesa, it's a lot about getting students career ready, and right now at my school we are not doing that. Most of our learning outcomes are based on how well the students will perform on the state testing, the standardized testing. We're not very vertically aligned in our content area. But the one positive with that relevance is that we do use data quite a bit in order to analyze it and make our teaching practices better. For response culture, it's pretty decent. We definitely have clear guidelines from our district about what we should be teaching. We have very clear units of study with a lot of good tips and resources that we could use while we're teaching that unit. And then we also meet once a month with our content area teachers from around the district to collaborate on the units, help each other out, and to make sure that we're on track, we're teaching the right things, and all that stuff. But again, with our response culture and our curriculum, it is mainly focused on teaching them the skills to do well on standardized testing rather than getting them career ready. And then for rigor, definitely not one of our strongest. Besides Kesa, our rigor is somewhat low in our school. We have a lot of ELL students, a lot of IEPs. We don't hold the students to the highest degree we could based on some of those factors. And then we also don't focus on career educations. Again, it's going back to looking at how we can do the best on standardized testing in order to get the most funding, become a performance school rather than an improving school, all those factors. After talking to my principal, looking at the leadership styles, I would definitely say she is a charismatic leader, charismatic authority leader. People like her. She uses her personality to connect with people. And in that way, since there's that connection, we listen to what she says. She has this way about speaking where even if she's telling you something negative, you take it in. You don't get so frustrated by it. So looking at all those styles, she definitely has that charismatic leadership. Lastly, talking about the areas of improvement at our school, looking based on Kesa. First one is definitely relevance. So the biggest thing we'd have to do is implement a curriculum in the core subjects that are focused on real-world situations rather than what they're going to see on standardized testing. So we could still teach them the same skills, writing informational essays, writing argumentative essays, but we could align those better with what they're going to see in the real world, what they could see in careers, rather than just some abstract concepts. Second one that we could work on for the school improvement would be the rigor. Okay, and again, this is one, making sure that what we're teaching them is focused more around careers, and two, what would also help promote this would be that partnership between the school and businesses, the school and the community, to look for some of that support where we could get our students out in the real world using some of the skills that we're trying to teach them in the classroom based on Kesa. So some of the PESL standards that could work for that would be standard 1, so identifying that shared vision our school could have. to get the students career ready. Standard 4, which is implementing a curriculum that moves away from standardized testing into more career-ready skills while focusing on those important core skills that they're learning. And then the last one would be Standard 8, which is engaging the community in helping these students become career-ready, transferring some of the skills that hopefully we could start teaching them in the classroom into the community and into businesses.